Hey folks, how you doing? How is your day going? I hope everything is working out for you today. Today's April 21st, 2026. My name is Maris, Maris, if you don't know my name. I'm your host for the next probably 20 minutes. I'm gonna go on a rant, not right now. And I'm pissed. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I hope lighting is good here so you can see me. Like, it doesn't matter if you can, all I care if you can hear me. That's all. Oh, that's what let's. Do you know what famine means, folks? Do you know what famine means? If you don't, look it up. Look it up. Famine's coming. Famine means that there is no food for millions and millions and millions of people, middle class, lower class, and people who make very, very, very little money. You know why? You know why this is happening? Because of the Agenda 2030. They need to reduce world's population. I don't know what is the reason. You don't really need one. You don't really need to reduce world's population because there's plenty of land, plenty of food we can grow, and we need labor, we need people like myself who works and builds homes and the whole 9 yards. You know, we don't need these useless eaters on the YouTube, and I'm not one of them because I'm not making a single cent from YouTube. I just want to warn you guys. You know what, in 2020, when I heard all these fearmongers, and I said, yeah, there's gonna be famine, all this, like, and this is 2030, and you know, COVID hoax is the. See, when I say COVID hoax, this is it. All my subscribers will get this information. Nobody else outside it, but that's fine. That's okay. You folks, you know me, and you know yourselves, and you know my messages. I'm making like everything about, like, you know, how to build furniture. From 2x4s, you know, and I live that way, and you know, the whole 9 yards. So this Iran war, like I said before, it's not Iran, it's Iran, because I ran fucking 10 miles. Yeah, you can say that, but Iran is the country, but Iran is like when you ran, when you did run. You know, you jog, whatever, like after work, you know, for your health and your heart and your benefits and your blood, whatever, like, you know. I'm not talking about that. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. We are knee deep in the shit, you know, because of only one individual on this planet, actually two individuals on this planet. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. Yahoo! See what I mean? Like, it's all Yahoo! He couldn't come up with better name. That's not his real name, actually. If you don't know, look it up. I'm not gonna go. This video is gonna be very, very short and very quick. Like, I'm gonna tell you, because of Donald Trump, because of you know, before Donald Trump invaded Iran, bombed out the shit of these countries, removed all these puppets, and he's a puppet too from the for the globalists. Don't you understand that? There's a competition. That's why he doesn't like these people, you know, who are getting a bit more than him. But he's not on the top, even though he looks like he's on the top. I was big. Don't get me wrong, folks. I was big Donald Trump supporter for years, since 2016. I went to Las Vegas. I went to Los Angeles. I went to fucking California for his what do you call it? For his speeches and all that stuff, right? When he was running for the president. I was big supporter of Donald Trump. Not anymore, because what he done. You know what? And you need to understand, folks. Make America great again. It's a great slogan. And he copied that from Ronald Reagan. If you don't know that. That's not his. That's Ronald Reagan's stuff. And that's fine. That's why I went for him, even though I'm not American. I'm Canadian. Because I believe, like, if United States of America will do good, that means Canadians will do good. Europeans, Australians, entire, like, all the Western countries will do very good. Donald Trump is a plant. He wants to destroy the economy worldwide, not only in the United States of America, worldwide. He's a lunatic. He's a buffoon. He has some mental illness because he got nothing to lose. He will never lose. He got millions and millions of bucks. He never went. When was the last time Donald Trump went to the grocery store? Like, I don't know, Walmart. In Europe, Tesco. What else do you have there? Canadian Superstore. When was the last time? You know the answer? Never. He never went to the grocery store. So he doesn't know that. Everything's delivered. He has whatever he wants, and that's the way he's gonna be until the day he will die from natural causes. And I don't want anybody to take him out, to kill him. Let's put it that way. I'm not one of these guys, he's doing very bad things, but fuck, So famine is coming because of this Iran war. And he will destroy entire economy worldwide. Mark my words. This is not COVID. This is not whatever these other, predictions in 2020, in 2000, in 2000, in 1998, in 2000. I know all that. In 1991, I remember 1991. This is it, the apocalypse, because the Soviet Union broke up, and then in 2000, and then 2012, 2016. 2020, Agenda's 2030. Trust me, guys, it's you know what? They're ready. 2027, everything's gonna collapse. It's just because of Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, and all these fucks like J.D. Vance, whatever you have there, like in the United States of America. You need to understand, once this Iran war, the Strait of Hormuz was always open for business, for oil, for natural gas, for everything, even for the food they were delivering to other countries like India, Australia, and all the Middle East countries there. You need to understand, folks, one thing: Donald Trump is the cause, because he's an Israeli puppet. What's his name? Benjamin Netanyahu. He couldn't do this on his own. He didn't have enough power in the military and funding. But Donald Trump says, "Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you destroy this planet here." So what's going to happen right now? And if you follow the news, Iran was always open, and then when Donald Trump invaded that country, started bombing out the fucking shit up, killed like all these, government, basically. That's what he did. And then Iran, there was agreement or something. Iran says, if you're gonna agree with all these, not policies, but the things we implement here, no wars in Lebanon and all this. Israelis not bombing out the Lebanon and all this, and what there was a couple of things. I'm gonna break this down in the next video. I'm gonna be more specific because I'm all over the place, to be honest, guys. But then Iran says, ceasefire, Strait of Hormuz is open, and Donald Trump jumps in. He says, you know what? Fuck you guys. Strait of Hormuz is not open. We're gonna control it now. When he asks, he says, I want the Strait of Hormuz open, and then when they open, Iranians, and then he closes. He puts all his warships and helicopters and machine guns all over the place. He doesn't let any ships to go through. Trump is doing that, not Iran. Don't confuse with that. Because Trump wants to destroy the planet. You know why? And every time when I watch this guy, I was a big supporter, to be honest. I never said anything bad about this guy, all over the years. And he thinks this is a game. This is so funny. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna open the Strait of Hormuz. You know what? We're gonna block it. Like, he thinks it's funny to destroy people's lives worldwide, not only Americans. Americans don't feel that yet. Oh, actually they do. Look at the gas prices, the diesel, and the gas for your cars. Go to California, $7-8, have 1 gallon of gas. In United Kingdom they call them petrol. Same thing. Gas, petrol, diesel, fuck, like you need all that. And you need to understand, folks, one thing. Oil is everything. Why we live, why we have all these things, what we have here. Even lettuces, we need oil and natural gas. We need fertilizer. Where's this coming from? From oil. Everything's coming from oil. The other thing, if you didn't know, since 2020, there's about 75 refineries were blowing up, catch the fire, sabotage, or malfunction. Coincidence? Maybe 2 or 3 were coincidence. The rest of them, no. And if you don't remember, in COVID, I'm old enough. I'm in my 40s, mid-40s. I do follow politics since 2008. To be honest, I'm old enough to understand politics since 2008. How many meat processing plants were burned down in the United States of America during COVID hoax? Do you remember that? Is this coincidence? No. They couldn't vaccinate all these people with these mRNA vaccines. So they said, okay, this is plan A. So plan B is gonna be, we're gonna blow up all these refineries. We're gonna invade all these countries. Remember that? Trump went to Venezuela just because of the oil. He not their president or prime murderers, whatever they have there. Usually it's presidents or prime murderers, yeah. Then he started all this war with Mexican cartels. What happened in Puerto Vallarta? If you don't remember, in February, in somewhere there, February, March, crazy because of Donald Trump. Cuba, because of Donald Trump. Iran, because of Donald Trump. What's happening in why Trump is still supporting Ukraine? Because of Donald Trump. And there is many. Why Trump wants to invade Denmark? Not Denmark, but Greenland. Same thing. Denmark owns Greenland. Am I wrong about that? I don't know if they own, but it's their territory. Let's put it that way. Donald Trump keeps calling fucking Canada 51st state. What is this? You know what? And I was against all these no kings and all these Democrats when he says he's be a dictator and all this. Turns out everything is happening right now. I was wrong. And I do apologize to all my Democrats. I call them Demo-rats or demon rats, whatever. Turns out maybe they're not that bad. They did see all this. What Biden did? Did he invade any country? No. Trump is doing all this. And his campaign promises were that he will never invade, he will end all these endless wars, he will never start any war. He's starting fucking so many wars all over the planet, everywhere. He goes everywhere. Any country he wants, he's starting invading, or he's talking about invading. You know what? His life is boring, because he's a multi-billionaire, right? Money does nothing, but he needs some action because life is boring. Melania doesn't love him anymore. She doesn't even sleep in the same fucking bedroom with him. See how it goes? And then he says, okay, Milan doesn't love me anymore, or like me, or she doesn't want to sleep with me. Fuck you. You know what? I'm gonna destroy this planet because I got billions and billions of dollars, and it will never affect me. You need to understand that. What the way Donald Trump thinks, it will never affect me. I don't care if America first. No, Donald Trump is not America first. He doesn't give a fuck about every like average American. He does not give a fuck. He does not give a fuck about Canadians. He does not give a fuck about Iranians. He does not give a fuck about Europeans, Russians, or Australians, or New Zealanders, or Africans. He don't give a fuck, does he? I don't think so. Famine's coming. So folks, be ready, be prepared. Medicine. Stock up for medicine. First aid kits, multiple. Store some storable, long-term storable food like rice, potato, in jars, I mean, canned food. Some fish. What else we have there? Everything in jars, in cans and jars. Long storable food. Like, do your own research. I got a lot of stuff. I can survive probably if all the grocery stores are closed. I can survive probably for 3 months, but that's it. I'm not that prepared. But I really wanna give you out this message. Folks, be prepared. Like, maybe as good as I am, maybe even better. Be better than me. Ammunition, guns for self-defense and for hunting. Hogs, deer, elks, camels, whatever. It doesn't matter where you live. Like, fucking some food, like some nutrition. Like, I don't know where this is going. I'm panicked. Stock up, seeds, so you can grow your own cucumbers and potatoes and tomatoes, lettuces, celery, whatever you can grow in your garden. It doesn't matter what big or small garden, you can grow something. Make bed flowers. Do something right now. You got only 3 months to do all this shit. Jackery, power bank, generators, gas stoves, wooden stoves. Stock up for some wood fire so you can make some food on your barbecue or whatever. Like, there's so many things you guys, like, folks, people. This is real. I'm not making all this up, like, guys. I've been studying famine for last about since 19. What is that? 6-7 years. Before that, I didn't know anything about famine and how quick that can turn around because of one president on this planet. His name is Donald Trump, who is causing everything here. We're gonna suffer if we're not prepared. Gold and silver, American dollar, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, Mickey Mouse, euro, ain't gonna help you when the famine hits the fan. Now, I don't say shit hits the fan, but you get the point. So folks, be ready. And there's I have a list. Like, I got all this stuff. Like, we can go over. Maybe I'm gonna make more specific video, but like, I'm just ranting here out of my head what we need to do and what we not to need to do. Internet is a poison. Except like folks like me, when I'm making very good videos where you can actually understand what the fuck's going on. Natural healing, that's the other thing. There is a booklet you can buy apparently on the internet where when you got infections, you don't need to go to the doctor. Go to pine trees and spruce trees. What we have here in Canada. You can actually, pine needle tea heals you. Stuff like that. Like, folks, there's so many other things you can do. Oh, I don't know where this is going. Like, not that I don't know. I know where this is going. I really hope this is gonna stop. 25th Amendment. Donald Trump needs to be removed from the office. He does not need to be killed. No, 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 no. I'm not for that. He needs to be removed, and some decent person put in the. He nearly nuked Iran. Did you see that? He wanted. He has the nuclear code, and one of the generals says, "Are you crazy? What's going on, man? Like, no, we're not gonna nuke." And then on Easter, did you see all these tweets on his social whatever this platform? I don't follow that. I'm not there, but I read on the internet. It says entire nation of Iranians gonna be killed tonight if they're not gonna sign some agreement, whatever. Fuck, like, come on, guys, like. I think I have enough. Like, if you got any questions about survival gear, and I have so many links. These people are not my sponsors, but I buy all my gear: storable food, ammunition, guns, self-defense, knives, and all that stuff. Camping gear. Natural. What do you call them? Remedies, yeah, and how to store diesel or gas safely in your garage or anything extra, extra drums and cans and 50-gallon drums what I have. How to do your own maintenance on your cars and on your place, how to make shelves, what do you need for that? What tools do you need to buy? Like, let's say you want to make a bed, a bed frame. What do you need for that? I can tell you. I can be A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, that's what you need. What tools do you need? You need fucking, impact. You need screwdrivers. You need not angle, but what do you call it? Square. I call it angle sometimes, square. What it's for. I can explain exactly what it's for. I can explain exactly what every single specifically it's for. Why do you need all these things? Yeah. Don't think jackery. You know what is jackery? It's a power bank. You charge up solar panels. You charge up. It's a big battery, and then you can run your house maybe for a couple hours. Your lights, and maybe you can charge up your phone. If the power grid goes down, there's so many things you can do. You need ladders. Why do you need ladders? If you need to fix something in your house, if you need to pick up the apples from your trees and you can't reach them, stuff like that. Like, there's so many things why do you need ladders? Different sizes: 8 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot, 16 foot. Extension ladders, 30 feet long. Stuff like that, guys. Like, there's so many other things. Like, why do you need this? You don't really need this. This is my wife bought it. It's what is it? It's 5 pound, yeah. Not sure if the zombie apocalypse begins, and if you need, maybe you do. My wife does. She bought this. That's why it's pink, right? Folks, if you like my video, please click the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends about the video so they can watch it too. And leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And guess what? I love you too. When I do this, when I see beautiful female out there on the streets or on my job site, you know what that means? You're beautiful. You're cool. Do that. See that? It works. I'm faking though. See you later.